What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix, and surprise, 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 Netflix. I am here at TechCrunch.com. Says Netflix reportedly plans to cut spending by $300 million this year, 2023, as of the time of this video, right? So Netflix, what they're really cutting back on, okay? Because you have to read between the lines. You know when you understand corporate language, when they say, "Oh, we're cutting back on this, we're cutting back on that," they don't really tell you exactly why they're doing it. This is corporate language, and really, what's happening is that they see the losses, and they're thinking, "Okay, we're gonna have to get rid of all the people that are, that are not really helping our company be profitable." In other words, what they're really doing is getting rid of the activists, right? Getting rid of the SJWs, and all the people that are running those shows that nobody wants. They want to get rid of all the people that are bringing in those shows that nobody wants. Now, is anything going to change? Is anything going to change? I say a little bit. Okay? I say a little bit. I think that we're still going to have, those silly shows. I don't want to say the words. Those silly shows that nobody wants. But I think Netflix is going to try to deliver better content on the platform. Before we continue, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell for future notifications. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. If you're into any of that stuff, make sure to subscribe, baby. Now on with the show. Okay, so Netflix has been cutting back on a lot of things recently. As of, I think it was this year. Was it this year? Yeah. Yeah, it was actually April this year. Netflix is shutting down its original DVD business after 25 years, right? They're cutting back on anything that is not working, right? So let me ask you something. When was the last time you rented a DVD? When was the last time you bought a DVD? When was the last time you watched a movie? From a DVD, right? When was the last time? And the answer is, it's probably been a very long time, or like very few times a year. I remember I used to rent movies all the time, but now I don't. Okay? But now I don't. And I think Netflix DVD business they see it as no longer being profitable, right? It's no longer profitable. So what they're doing now is they're completely slashing it, because why spend money on something that is just no longer profitable, right? It was the same thing with animation. I remember last year, I was telling you guys last year, Netflix was just cutting back on a lot of things. I think since 2021, 2022, they've just been cutting back on animation projects, I think there was like Meghan Markle and a couple of other celebrities that were trying to make their own anime. And Netflix was like, nah, here. Netflix just gave them the middle finger, saying, hey, we're not spending money on these because, that's not what people want. And they're right. I mean, take a look at what people are actually interested in. It's not what people want. So Netflix is downsizing its animation department, impacting 30 employees. This is coming from TechCrunch. And they're focusing on things that that they believe is going to work. Like they're expecting their live action Avatar: The Last Airbender. They're expecting that to be as successful or more than Stranger Things. And keep in mind, Stranger Things is like the most successful show that Netflix has probably ever produced, right? And they're expecting Avatar: The Last Airbender to be of the same level and impact, right? The One Piece live action. They're getting Eiichiro Oda, the original manga creator, they're just, along with the show, as supervising the show. So they say, right? Every time we hear that the original creator was supervising the show, right? It more often than not, it turns out like to be a lie. Because if you go back to the absolute cursed Dragon Ball Evolution movie, we were told that it had $100 million budget. It didn't. It turns out it only had a $30 million budget. We were told that the original creator, Akira Toriyama, was going to be part of the project, and it turns out he wasn't. Right? The same thing with Cowboy Bebop. Look at Cowboy Bebop. Right? And the director of the anime, he didn't like it. He really didn't like it. Right? So Netflix, I think, maybe Netflix, maybe they're finally learning, maybe not. But I think that they're gonna start producing better content and just cutting off more and more of these people that keep ruining their brand and their shows and scaring people away from the from their platform. Because take a look at Disney. Disney has been going down the drain completely. I mean, words cannot describe how horrible Disney has become. But yeah, this is it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in the coming year, from now all the way till next year, and see what Netflix is going to do. Do not expect a lot of animation shows. I would say expect more anime, because Netflix absolutely loves investing into anime. But do not expect any American animation or Western animation on Netflix. Maybe one per year, something like that. But it's they're really cutting back on things that they don't like. But anyways, whatever your thoughts are, comment below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell for future notifications. It's your boy Animatrix. Thank you for watching and listening. Godspeed, baby.